In Arlington National Cemetery, across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C., stands one of America's most sacred monuments. Guarded 24 hours a day, every single day of the year, through hurricanes, blizzards, and even pandemics, this hallowed ground has never been left unprotected. This is the tomb of the unknown soldier. And these are the stories of the Silent Sentinels who guard it. The idea emerged from the devastating aftermath of World War I. Over 130,000 American servicemen had perished in the Great War. Thousands were buried far from home in mass cemeteries across France, near the battlefields where they fell. Countless bodies remained unidentified. France and Britain led the way, creating tombs for their unknown soldiers. France placed theirs beneath the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. Britain buried their unknown warrior inside Westminster Abbey. In the United States, Brigadier General William D. Connor, who had commanded American troops in France, proposed a similar memorial. Initially, Army leadership dismissed the idea, believing all American dead would eventually be identified. They were wrong. On December 21, 1920, New York Congressman Hamilton Fish Jr. introduced a resolution calling for an unidentified American soldier killed in France to be returned home and entombed at Arlington National Cemetery's Memorial Amphitheater. The selection process was deliberate and sacred. By March 1921, the United States had 1,200 dead soldiers whose identities remained unknown. The Army needed absolute certainty that the chosen soldier could never be identified. In September 1921, 4 bodies were exhumed, one from each of the 4 American cemeteries in France. Officials inspected each to confirm death from combat wounds with no possibility of identification. The bodies were placed in identical caskets and transported to Chalon-sur-Marne. There, the honor of selection fell to Sergeant Edward F. Younger, a highly decorated infantryman still on active duty. The night before, American and French soldiers moved the caskets repeatedly, ensuring no one knew which cemetery each came from. On the day of selection, Sergeant Younger entered the room alone. He walked among the caskets, then placed a spray of white roses on one dot. That was the one dot. The chosen soldier was sealed in a coffin and shipped home aboard the USS Olympia. The unknown soldier arrived in Washington on November 9, 1921. The next day, his body lay in state in the Capitol Rotunda, where 90,000 citizens paid their respects in a single day. On November 11, Armistice Day, a funeral procession carried the body from the Capitol to Arlington Cemetery. A field artillery battery fired a salvo every minute during the march, pausing only for a 2-minute silence at the ceremony's beginning. President Warren G. Harding placed the Medal of Honor on the coffin. Admiral of the Fleet Lord Beatty laid the Victoria Cross upon it on behalf of King George V and the British people. The original tomb was a simple 3-level marble slab, meant as a foundation for something greater. In 1926, Congress authorized completion of the monument. Sculptor Thomas Hudson Jones and architect Lorimer Rich won the design competition, creating a neoclassical sarcophagus from the finest Yule marble, the whitest marble in America. The finished monument was breathtaking, 11 feet tall, 8 feet wide, nearly 14 feet long, and weighing 160,000 pounds, 80 tons of pure white marble. The north and south panels featured 6 inverted wreaths, representing the 6 largest World War I battles involving American forces. The east panel, facing Washington, depicted 3 figures: peace, victory, and valor, symbolizing the 3 major allies, the United States, France, and the United Kingdom. On the opposite side, facing the amphitheater, an inscription was carved. Here rests in honored glory an American soldier known but to God. The monument was completed in December 1931.